What is ancient grain sourdough bread? Have you ever wondered what makes ancient grain sourdough bread so special? This type of bread is made from grains that have been around for thousands of years, like einkorn, spelt, emmer, and kamut, also known as khorasan. These grains are different from the modern wheat we often see today. They have unique genetic makeups and nutrient profiles that can be beneficial for our health. The process of making sourdough involves natural fermentation. This means that wild yeast and lactic acid bacteria work together to create that distinct tangy flavor we love. This fermentation not only enhances the taste but also improves the texture and shelf life of the bread. One of the great things about sourdough is that it partially breaks down gluten and certain carbohydrates. This can make it easier to digest than regular bread made with commercial yeast. When it comes to ancient grain sourdough bread, you often find a mix of these heritage grains. This blend gives the bread a nutty flavor and a denser texture. For instance, einkorn is known for being nutrient-rich and easier to digest due to its simpler gluten structure. Kamut adds a buttery, slightly sweet taste, while rye and spelt bring in extra fiber and flavor. For those with sensitive stomachs, like individuals with irritable bowel syndrome or colitis, ancient grain sourdough bread might have some advantages. The natural fermentation process reduces fermentable carbohydrates known as FODMAPs, which can trigger symptoms for many. The breakdown of gluten and proteins during fermentation can also make this bread gentler on the digestive system. Additionally, ancient grains are often less processed and may have gluten structures that some people find easier to tolerate. The higher fiber content from whole ancient grains supports digestive health, but it is important to introduce it gradually to avoid any irritation. However, everyone's tolerance is different. While sourdough fermentation can help with digestibility, ancient grains still contain gluten and fiber, which might cause discomfort for some individuals with sensitive digestive conditions. It is wise to start with small amounts and pay attention to how your body reacts. In practical terms, ancient grain sourdough bread can be a nutritious alternative to standard white bread. It typically offers more vitamins, minerals, and fiber. For those managing irritable bowel syndrome or colitis, choosing sourdough made with ancient grains and enjoying it in moderation may help reduce digestive symptoms compared to other types of bread. Opting for breads with simple, natural ingredients and no added preservatives or sugars is also a good idea. Ancient grain sourdough bread combines the benefits of traditional fermentation with nutrient-rich grains. This combination can improve digestibility and provide a flavorful, wholesome option that may be better suited for sensitive stomachs, though individual tolerance should always guide how much you consume.